There is a major strategic difference in winners and losers. And it's that if you're likely going to be a winner, you're serving categories of products that customers care about price and assortment. Where you can see that if you can get a low enough price on critical assortment, you can gain incredible share from others, which Amazon showed. The other place that's okay are places of price and convenience.
Which Amazon showed or Walmart
Amazon's done very well showing that can be possible, and Walmart's replicated that strategy. The other category is price and convenience, where these are things I need today, and Walmart has dominated that space by becoming more convenient with investment in grocery and pick up today.
And even online delivery.
And collect, exactly.
Yeah.
And so if you're in those categories, you've got a chance. If you're in a service and assortment category, which we used to think about a department store or other places we walked into and they helped us pick our clothes, etc., that's a problem because service has been redefined. Service is in my house. I pick my own items.
Yeah.
I try them 5 different times. I return whatever I want. Well, now you're left with assortment. Well, if people won't stay exclusive with you and they go direct to consumer, which we've seen brand after brand do,
you mean that
you're in trouble.
If you're a Nike,
if you're a
designer,
and you say, wow, I don't want to lose the opportunity for Walmart.com, Amazon sales, etc., then you're not exclusive to your department store, and now you're in some trouble.
Well, that sounds like the death of the department store. Is that?
Well, there are paths left. Our favorite department store is not a department store because we don't cover department stores. We cover Target. We think Target is the last department store standing, and here's why. They do private label. One way to defend assortment is make sure that you can only get it from that store.
Sure.
So they've developed 12 of their own proprietary brands, which most have done exceptionally well, and it allows them to receive the sales whenever Kohl's has a bad day, or JCPenney's has a bad day, or whoever has a bad day, which is why they've grown in soft lines.
And by the way, those are things that they built up in some cases over more than a decade.
Yes, and brands. They've refreshed a lot of the brand components recently, but that muscle they have is relatively unique among anything else in retail, and department stores for so long were curating who's the coolest designer. Target says, do you think you're a better designer than the designers? Because if so, come work for us, because you can build your own brand from scratch.
Kathryn, we've talked for a long time, and I'm talking about decades, where we've said it's the death of the mall, it's the death of the department store. Is it for real this time?
I'm not sure, because I think at the moment it's definitely a tale of two retailers, and some are doing really well and some aren't. And Walmart is a prime example. Basically, everyone is trying to find a way to compete with Amazon right now. And Walmart is a prime example of a company that is managing to do that. It's put a lot of money into its shop, so people actually want to go in there. It's really beefed up its online offering, and that's starting to pay off. But JCPenney is a store that hasn't been able to do that, and that's really struggling.
Can I ask a fashion question? For so many years, we talked about how fashion was dead. Nobody cared about clothes. They were using their money to buy iPhones and iPads and experiences and all this other stuff, and it was the fact that somehow designers weren't inspired anymore, and they couldnn't inspire us.
And the millennials had very small closets because they all lived in the cities.
There were like 100 reasons why all of this retail stuff was not working. Was that a myth?
Well, I think fashion is always a discretionary item. So when people are feeling a bit squeezed, it's always one of the first things that they cut back on. But at the moment, consumers are feeling a lot better off. We've got a strong labour market. Wages are rising. Right. So now they're feeling like they can spend more, and fashion's coming back.
Fashion's back?
Yeah.
What's the hot fashion now, by the way?
Ooh, what is the hot fashion?
No, I know. By the way, it also used to be
That's been for a while, yeah. Higher waistlines, and also then like shorter short lines, if you've noticed, right?
You
kind of get the height here and lose it here.
Is so weird.
Yeah, a lot of guys aren't really into that high-waisted mom jean look. But that is still quite hot.
I think
that's a smart strategy.